How's it going, my peeps? It is now time for the Raw results / highlights and review video. I'll go over the results, some of the highlights in my opinion, and give you guys my thoughts, my review on the show. Beforehand though, I would like to point out that if you're a subscriber, or even if you're not a subscriber and you enjoy watching WWE gameplay videos, I'll be posting up 2K14 videos a little over midnight, like a little after midnight. I'll be posting up some videos. So if you're awake after Raw, make sure to stay tuned to YouTube, I guess, and watch your subscription box, because I'll be uploading a lot of 2K14 videos, gameplay videos, and such. So let's not waste any more time. Raw, it kicks off with John Cena coming out, cutting a promo on winning the World Heavyweight Championship. He also thanks JBL for giving him the motivation by, he says every single week on Raw, JBL will say something like, oh, John Cena's too tough for his own body, or this and that, and pretty much saying John Cena's not going to be able to win the World Heavyweight Championship off of Del Rio when he comes back. So just like at Hell in a Cell, he tells JBL he was wrong, but he thanks him for the motivation. And anyways, eventually, at the end of the promo, John Cena ends it by saying the champ is here. And then Damien Sandow comes out, and he's got this new theme song. It's like it's pretty much a remix of his previous theme song. He comes out with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he tells Cena that Cena might have the doctors fooled, he might have everybody else fooled, but he doesn't have him fooled. He knows he can't recover from a tricep tear this soon. And he says, he talks about being the uncrowned world champion, that he can cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase at any time, even now. And then he kind of pretends as if he's going to cash it in right now, and, goes like right next to the ropes as if he was going to give it to Justin Roberts, whoever takes the briefcase. But he says, but any day other than tonight. And then he's about to leave. And John Cena turns him around, and that's when Damien Sandow starts attacking John Cena. I believe he hit him with the briefcase right away, and he started attacking John Cena's arm and hitting it with the briefcase like a bunch of times, like 10 times or so. And then he takes it to the outside and throws John Cena onto the barricade, also throws him elbow first or tricep first onto the steel steps as well. And then he decides he's going to cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase, so he goes in the ring. And then they actually went to commercial break. And once they come back from commercial break, John Cena's now in the ring. And they start the match up. And it was like this was the second longest Money in the Bank cash-in match yet. First one, of course, being Rob Van Dam versus John Cena. But that's because, Rob Van Dam did tell John Cena in advance, so it was like a regular matchup on pay-per-view. This one was pretty long, lasted maybe, 10 minutes or so, maybe 15. And Damien Sandow was dominating most of the matchup. John Cena was really selling the arm, and at some point he hit his shoulder tackle, but he used his bad arm, so he sold that. And he hit an attitude adjustment at some point. But it was like a half-ass attitude adjustment because he couldn't use both arms. And Damien Sandow rolled out the ring. And then the referee was like counting out Damien Sandow, counting. John Cena doesn't want to win by countout, so he goes on the outside, grabs Damien Sandow, puts him back in the ring. And I believe right then and there he locked on the STF, but he couldn't really lock it on because he's only got one good arm. And so that didn't work. Damien Sandow hit, I believe, he hit his previous finisher, the cross-arm neckbreaker finisher. John Cena kicked out of that. He also hit the full Nelson Slam, his newest finisher, and John Cena kicked out of that too. And I believe he went for it another time, but John Cena countered that. And in the end, John Cena hit another attitude adjustment and went for the cover and got the victory. So Damien Sandow is now the second person to unsuccessfully cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. First person being John Cena when he tried to cash it in against CM Punk. So yeah, so I guess Damien Sandow no longer is the uncrowned World Heavyweight Champion. Hopefully, he does win the World Heavyweight Championship down the line, though. I would like to see that. And I don't know. I wonder if he's going to feud with John Cena after this. I'm not sure. So anyways, after that, the Shields cut a promo on Big E Langston. Dean Ambrose was talking about Big E Langston, saying tonight they've got a matchup with Big E Langston for the United States Championship. And he says it's one of the Shield's biggest nights tonight, and he's going to hold on to the only championship the Shield has left. And then at this point, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns is like right next to Dean Ambrose. At this point, Roman Reigns is like staring at Dean Ambrose and he's looking all pissed. So I'm not sure if that's them teasing a little tension between the Shield. I think so, because on commentary afterwards, when it was actually time for the matchup, Big E Langston versus Dean Ambrose, Michael Cole did talk or mention, you know, it seems like there might be a little tension in the Shield there, with Dean Ambrose mentioning that, kind of taking a shot at Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, saying that he's the only one with the championship left in the Shield. And anyways, yeah, Big E Langston, Dean Ambrose, it was right after the promo. The match was pretty quick, because it ended in a disqualification pretty quickly. You had Big E Langston charging the ropes, and Roman Reigns pulled down the ropes, so Big E Langston fell on the outside, and then him and Seth Rollins attacked Big E Langston, so it was a disqualification, just like at Hell in a Cell. And then the Usos came in for the save, and they all took out the Shield from the ring. Brad Maddox comes out, makes it a 6-man tag team match, the Shield versus the Usos and Big E Langston. And guess what? It was a great matchup once again. I mean, it's hard for the Shield to have a bad match. So, Big E Langston in the end took out Dean Ambrose, clotheslined him out of the ring, and he also fell on the outside. And then one of the Usos went for the top rope body splash on Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins got his knees up. A few seconds afterwards, both the Usos hit a super kick on Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. One of them hits it on Seth, the other on Roman. And then they work on Seth Rollins, super kick him out of the ring. And then when they turned around, this was a beast finish. They got double speared by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns hit a double spear on both the Usos, covered one of them, and won the matchup. That was a fucking awesome ending to the matchup. Made Roman Reigns look pretty strong. And in the end, when they celebrated, the Shield celebrated in the end of the matchup, Roman Reigns still looked pissed at Dean Ambrose, but he also looked at Seth Rollins and also kind of looked, he had a pissed look on his face. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling some I think a turn is coming soon. Afterwards, Shawn Michaels comes out for his explanation. He says he knows he owes an explanation to the fans, but more importantly, he owes an explanation to Daniel Bryan. So he brings him out. Daniel Bryan comes out. He's not looking too happy. He doesn't chant yes. He goes to the ring, and Shawn Michaels pretty much explains to him that he did it because of Daniel Bryan hitting the running high knee, to Triple H, taking out Triple H. And he says, Triple H, no matter what happens, Triple H is his best friend, and he'll stick up for him, because when nobody stood up for Shawn Michaels, when nobody was there for Shawn Michaels, Triple H was. And he pretty much he apologizes and offers his hand to Daniel Bryan for him to shake it, but Daniel Bryan doesn't want to shake it. And then he goes on a little bit more, once again offers Daniel Bryan to shake his hand. Daniel Bryan doesn't. And then he starts getting pissed off, and he says, you better show me the respect I deserve. I'm Shawn Michaels, I'm an A+ player, and when I offer an apology and my hand, you better shake it. Offers his hand once again. Daniel Bryan finally shakes it, but he then turns it into the S-lock on Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is trying to get out of it. He's tapping out. Daniel Bryan's not letting go until a bunch of referees come inside the ring and separate them. And then Daniel Bryan's music hits, and that was it. And then after a commercial break, Renee Young is backstage trying to get an interview out of Daniel Bryan, but the lights go out. Well, actually, before the lights go out, you see Renee Young kind of backing away, all scared, and then the lights go out. And then Eric and Luke Harper all of a sudden are attacking Daniel Bryan. And at this point, I'm like, oh, yes, because you know what that means. That means a Team Hell No reunion. Like, Kane just returned at Hell in a Cell. Daniel Bryan getting attacked by Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. There's gotta be a Team Hell No reunion there. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyways, yeah, they're attacking Daniel Bryan, and then Bray Wyatt is in the corner. He grabs Daniel Bryan, hits Sister Abigail on Daniel Bryan onto a chain fence. And yeah, that was pretty much it. After that, Los Matadores come out for a matchup against Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre, and 3MB come out with like a fishnet, I guess, to try and capture El Torito. Anyways, in the matchup, towards the end, Heath Slater was on the outside, and he was looking for El Torito under the ring, and he's holding the fishnet, so he grabs like the Is it the apron? I think it is. Grabs the apron, pulls it up so he can see if El Torito's under the ring, and then he gets sprayed with the fire extinguisher. So, and then El Torito comes out from the other side of the ring, and he pretty much gores or headbutts Heath Slater on his backside. Heath Slater falls down, and then Drew McIntyre's kind of distracted. When he looks back inside the ring, Los Matadores hit their double team finisher, pin him, and win the matchup. After the match, they grab Heath Slater, put him back in the ring, grab the fishnets, and then they put the fishnet on Heath Slater, and El Torito does like a springboard, double springboard. He springboards on the top rope and then on another rope and then hit a headbutt. So pretty much a springboard headbutt on Heath Slater, and that was it. The Bella Twins then took on AJ and Tamina, and just like at Hell in a Cell, but this time it was the opposite. Nikki Bella ran into Brie Bella. At Hell in a Cell, Brie Bella accidentally ran into Nikki. But anyways, as far as the winners go, AJ and Tamina win the matchup when AJ makes Nikki tap out to the Black Widow. Following that, Kane faced off against The Miz, and this was pretty much a squash match. Kane won pretty quickly. Miz jumped off the top turnbuckle, I guess for an axe handle or something, and Kane hit him with a mid-air chokeslam and won the matchup. Or actually, not exactly a mid-air chokeslam, but he caught him and then hit the chokeslam. So, after that, actually, he grabbed the microphone and cut a promo where he called out Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon came out and she stayed on the stage. She said that was, close enough, and he could say what he has to say from the ring and her on the stage. And he tells her, you've abused your powers, manipulated people, ruined lives. But then he says, but in this day and age, it's what's best for business, and this monster is yours to unleash. So I'm like, what? Is this a heel turn for Kane? When I was just, hoping for a Team Hell No reunion, and then he gets out of the ring, walks up the ramp, and he actually gives his mask to Stephanie McMahon and leaves. And then Stephanie McMahon raises his mask up, and that was it. The primetime players were then promoting WWEshop.com, and then they showed David Otunga reviewing Big Show's lawsuit, and after that, they showed, what was it? Oh yeah, no, sorry. After that, CM Punk came out and cut a promo on his matchup with Ryback and what happened last night at Hell in a Cell. He says he promised he was going to get his hands on Paul Heyman, and he did. And now he promises he's going to beat Ryback tonight, because the entire show they were promoting Ryback versus CM Punk, and the fans could choose the stipulations. Stipulations were street fight, false count anywhere, and tables match. The fans end up choosing a street fight, and then Ryback comes out for the matchup, and it's a pretty quick match, actually. It wasn't that long. Pretty much, it was almost the same ending as Hell in a Cell. CM Punk hits the top rope elbow drop onto Ryback through a table, and then he locks on the Anaconda Vice. So pretty much, instead of using the Go to Sleep, he used the Anaconda Vice, and Ryback tapped out. After the match, lights go out, Bray Wyatt comes out with the Wyatt family, they attack CM Punk, and Bray Wyatt ends up hitting Sister Abigail on CM Punk, and then afterwards he says, the devil made me do it, and that's the same thing he said when he hit Sister Abigail on Daniel Bryan. But after that, there was a tag team matchup. It was the Real Americans versus Cody and Goldust, and the Real Americans actually picked up the victory in this matchup. Cody was on the outside, he got taken out, and Jack Swagger took out Goldust's leg, and then he locked on the Patriot Lock, and Goldust tapped out. So Real Americans just got a non-title victory over the tag champs. And then Del Rio comes out with the Mexican flag. He says he doesn't care what Damien Sandow did earlier tonight. What he cares about is that thief John Cena. And he says the World Heavyweight Championship belongs to him, and now that John Cena beat Damien Sandow, he's going to get a rematch. And when he's going to get that rematch, he's going to keep attacking that injured arm over and over again. And I think that was it for the segments. Or the promo, I should say. And then after that, Summer Rae actually faced off against Natalia. Natalia ends up winning the matchup when she locks on the sharpshooter. Summer Rae got distracted when Fandango took out Hornswoggle. And then Great Khali, he took out Fandango, so that's when she got distracted. Natalia locks on Sharpshooter. Summer Rae taps out. Following that was Randy's championship celebration. You had the whole roster on the stage. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H come out. Triple H says back in like 2003 or a decade ago, he says Vince asked him who he thinks is going to be the future or the face of the WWE. And there was one guy he said he thought was a face. And that guy, he ended up, putting in Evolution. And anyways, he ends up introducing Randy Orton. Randy comes out with the championship, of course. And he doesn't get to talk too much. But pretty much Stephanie, Triple H, and Randy tell the roster to show Randy the respect he deserves. And eventually, Big Show's music hits. He comes out. And then the Shields all attack the Big Show. And they take him down for a while. But then the Usos, Cody, and Goldust all take out the Shields. So then Big Show goes in the ring to fight with Randy. And Randy, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon all get out of the ring right away. And Big Show gets on a microphone. He states, his lawsuit is going to cost Triple H, millions and millions of dollars. And then out of nowhere, from behind, Randy hits him with the championship. And then he goes to hit him one more time with the championship as Big Show's getting up, but Big Show catches him with a knockout punch. And then Triple H, who was on the apron at that time, he just looks shocked, and he takes off his suit, but he never actually gets in the ring. He teases going in the ring to face off against Big Show, but he doesn't. And pretty much the show ends with Big Show's music hitting, and that was it. So, what did I think about the show? Highlights, tag team matchup, especially the ending. Love the ending, love the double spear. Also, the Money in the Bank cash-in. Wyatt Family attacking both CM Punk and Daniel Bryan and saying the devil made me do it. Who is that person? I'm thinking it's actually Stephanie or Triple H. I think the Wyatts and Kane might be doing Triple H and Seth McMahon's work soon. Also, I know some people might get mad that Damien Sandow didn't win his matchup against John Cena. I mean, I would have liked to see Damien Sandow win his Money in the Bank cash-in and win the World Heavyweight Championship off of John Cena. Would have been a huge win for him. But really, I don't see it as that big of a deal. I'm sure Damien Sandow is going to get another opportunity down the line for the World Heavyweight Championship. And, hey, he's got a new theme song. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, yeah. How could I forget a Raw rating? Man, I enjoyed tonight's Raw. It was a good show. I would actually give Raw a 9 on 10. It was that good. It was a great Raw. Really enjoyed it. A bunch of good matches, good segments. Good overall. So that's it. Also, expect some 2K14 gameplay in like an hour and a half. So if you're gonna be awake at that time, make sure, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe and stay tuned. With that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.